So I saw this little interesting article today, and it's about a little game that I have behind me. It's called Fortnite. And this is an ongoing dispute that Epic Games has had with, I guess you could say, Google, aka Android, and Apple. So let's get into this. Epic Games goes to court to challenge Google's App Store practices. Now, mind you, they've been in the courts with, I think, Apple for like 4 years now, 3 years, something like that. It's been a long time. Anyways, Epic Games, the maker of the popular game Fortnite, launches a battle against Google in federal court today in a closely watched antitrust showdown that could reshape how smartphone users get Android apps and pay for in app content. See, that is right there what ultimately sparked this entire thing, whether it's with Apple or whether it's with Google. And that was okay, they went through I guess you can kind of say they went through the proper channels to get their apps downloaded to the device, right? Because I remember when I downloaded Fortnite on my phone back in 2018, 2019, I had to go through the online to download it, which it was free. But the biggest problem is that fees, and we'll get into that here in a little bit. Epic's lawsuit in the U.S. District Court in California, Northern District, targets the Google Play Store, focusing on Google's fees for in app subscriptions and one off transactions. Oh my God, so please forgive me, I'm sick. Along with other terms that the app developers, such as Epic, has helped Google maintain an illegal monopoly in app distribution. The legal battle follows years long debate about whether app stores operators such as Google and Apple foster an open, competitive app ecosystem, which a part of me feels like they do, right? But at the same token, a part of me feels like they don't. And I only say this due to the fact that, like, there's quite a few apps I'll download, and I want you guys to go through the next time you're downloading apps or your next time you're downloading updates. Look at the permissions you're granting these apps. This is the thing that kind of like why does why does an app that why does it need to know my phone numbers that I have in my phone? It's a slippery slope, man. The two companies argue their app store helps unlock billions in revenue for small businesses. How? That's the question I want to see. Is it in app advertising? Like, how are you unlocking all these billions of dollars for small businesses while ensuring that Android and iOS users benefit from security oversight that the technology giants provide? Which, I mean, I'm cool with oversight. I'm cool with protections and stuff like that that they offer, but the problem is like there's quite a few apps that I've downloaded where I'm like, why do you need to see that? The jury may hear higher profile witness testimony from both sides, including the Google CEO Sundar, I can't even pronounce name, and Epic CEO Tim Sweeney. Good old Timmy. The court fight traces back to 2020 when Epic launches Project Liberty. This is what I was talking about. A plan to circumvent Apple and Google's App Store terms. That move made by Epic forced a confrontation with the tech giants. Truth be told, it forced Apple's hand. And when Apple called them out on it, that's when Google was like, well, I guess I got to do something about it as well. Epic updated the Fortnite app to encourage players to pay for in app content directly through Epic's own website rather than through Apple and Google's in app payment system. That gamble triggered a violation of the App Store's developer terms, which, like I said, you see I have multiple tabs open. We're going to talk about quite a bit of this. The move also prompts both app stores to remove the Fortnite app from their platform. It meant that Apple users could no longer use Fortnite on iOS devices. Epic's case involving Apple may soon be reviewed by the Supreme Court. Fortnite is still available on the Android devices, though, through a variety of non Google channels. Like I said, when I went to download it years ago, I downloaded it through Epic's actual like official website. Not Apple, through Epic's official website. In the meantime, Sweeney has alleged that Google controls surveillances and taxes transactions between users and developers, which they do, and it violates the U.S. antitrust law. Google has argued that Epic simply wants access to Play Store's 2.5 billion users worldwide without having to pay to support the platform, and that victory for Epic could harm Google's ability to offer competitive Android alternatives to Apple's iOS. So, I don't know if you guys know this, but Apple actually runs a closed source system where Android slash Google runs an open source system. So like basically allows anybody and everybody, like shoot, my aunt can go and make a game and throw it on the Android store, where Apple actually has to go through and verify the app and get it approved, so on and so forth. So at the end of the day, I feel that's why I feel Android's way better, because it gives you way more options when it comes down to it, where Apple does not. I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for that, but it's just one of those things that I really feel like Apple, in my opinion, is very closed off, and they don't support innovation. Instead, they much rather be able to have a phone that texts, calls, and that's it, where Android will allow you to do all kinds of really cool stuff. The most relevant thing for us is showcasing to the jury how Android has created more choices, flexibility, and openness than any other platform, which they do. They do. Like I said, they're open source. And that Epic has actually availed itself of the level of choice and flexibility, said Wilson White, Google's vice president of public policy and government affairs. As a result of these needless claims, and they should fail. The suit against Google initially involved a wide range of plaintiffs, including dozens of state attorney generals and individual customers, as well as Match Group, the online dating giant that owns apps including Tinder, Hinge, and Match. By the way, the Match Group actually also owns Bumble. So they basically own every single dating website out there. Like, it's terrible. I think they also own Plenty of Fish. But Google successfully narrowed the list of its opponents it would face at trial as it reaches multiple settlements, removing other plaintiffs from the case. Epic will now face off against Google in court alone. So this was one of the big arguments that the Epic brought up, and that's the fact that they charge a lot. So basically, the Apple App Store is 30% standard commission on apps. So that's basically, okay, you got $1 app, they're getting 30 cents of it. So whoever created it is only getting 70 cents, and so on and so forth. If your app has a subscription, your subscription is a 15%. If it's $1, they're taking 15 cents, you're getting the rest. Developers that make less than $1 million per year in the Apple App Store can receive a 15% commission through Apple's App Store Small Business Program for as long as they qualify. So basically, if you make less than $1 million, they'll take that 30%, off the top and bring it down to 15. Here, I'm not seeing any one-time purchases. I think the last time I read, it was 15% for one-time purchase. So for every $20, Apple was getting $3 of it, and Epic was getting 17. That's why Epic was like, yo, come to our online platform. So let's talk about Google. So Google, 30% standard commission off the top, just like Apple. For every dollar, they're getting 30 cents. A subscription service, 15% after 1 year. And very similar, 15% if you're a small-time creator. If it goes over that $1 million, then they'll bump it back up to 30. Same with the Galaxy Store. So for the most part, if you guys didn't know, everything across the board is basically going to be 30%. Of course, you got outliers out there like Microsoft's 15% commission on apps, 12% commission on PC games starting on August 1st, 2021, and 30% commission on all apps, games, and in-app purchase on the Xbox console. So there's that 30% again. Like I said, for the most part, when it comes down to it, 30% cut. This is for Steam. Steam takes 30% cut right off the top. And then, of course, Epic, when Epic started theirs, Epic made waves when they were like, yo, we're not going to do the standard, the industry standard at 30% right off the rip. We're going to do 12% right off the rip. Thank you so much, you guys. So that's why they drive a lot of people to the Epic Game Store. That's why, like, you're seeing they're paying. Don't get me wrong, they're still paying to get the exclusives on the Epic Game Store, but they're much more, you know, people are looking at them like, damn, they can offer 12 Vice the industry standard of 30. So who do you think they're going to go to? I think that, you know, I think this is a great move by Epic to be like, yo, screw you guys. I don't want to pay your in-app prices and try to save money by passing those savings on to me and you when, Epic, Apple, Android, Steam all take 30% right off the rip. Anyways, you guys, hopefully you enjoyed that video. And y'all take it easy. Have a wonderful day. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe because every little bit helps. Till next time, you guys, I'll catch you later. Bye.